For decades, Dubai sold the world a powerful idea. It was the safest place to build and protect wealth. It's a city built on the promise of stability in a region where it's the exception, not the rule. But that was always, at least in part, an illusion. And now, that illusion has been exposed by Iran. When Iranian missiles and drones crossed into Gulf airspace, they made one thing clear. This city was never as isolated from regional conflicts as it had long claimed to be. For a city that runs on trust, this was a nightmare scenario. Here, perception is everything. Understandably, the reactions from residents have been rapid and decisive. Expats, workers, and investors made quiet and calculated exits. Those with the resources readily booked flights out of the city. Some private jets were arranged at short notice. Both capital and families quietly relocated as uncertainty begins to outweigh convenience. Some foreign personnel working for international companies chose to return home temporarily, waiting to see how things would unfold. Across the city, the effects became increasingly visible. As departures continued, the atmosphere was completely transformed. As others have described it, the city became like a ghost town. Beach bars that used to be full of energy are now completely quiet, with empty loungers and still pools. Hotels lowered prices in an effort to maintain occupancy as demand softens. Across coastal walkways and shopping centers that used to be packed with tourists now suddenly felt empty and subdued. It's as if Dubai's non-stop energy had been switched off. What's even harder to believe is how fast this happened. Just a few months ago, Dubai was one of the most popular destinations in the world, both for business and leisure. To understand why the Iran crisis exposed Dubai more than any other state in the region, we need to return to the perception it deliberately built. Dubai is one of the 7 emirates that constitute the Federation of the United Arab Emirates. Each emirate plays a distinct role. Abu Dhabi provides the foundation, holding the vast majority of oil reserves and underwriting the system with its wealth. Dubai, on the other hand, built something entirely different on top of that foundation. It positioned itself more than just a destination. It built an image of being a haven for wealth, business, and ambition. Dubai deliberately built an environment designed to pull in wealth from every level. First, it crafted an environment where luxury is felt in every detail. Landmarks like the Burj Khalifa and the iconic Burj Al Arab were constructed to deliver a clear message. This is a city operating on a different scale. That same approach extended across the entire city. Luxury residences, high-end hotels, and curated experiences were all designed with one goal in mind: to meet the expectations of the global elite. Dubai attracted some of the world's most sought-after brands across fashion, technology, and lifestyle, turning the city into a global hub for high-end retail. Its malls became more than just places to shop. They became destinations built around exclusivity and experience. Next, it carefully designed a system of movement. Capital passes through it. People constantly flow in and out. Goods as well moved with remarkable speed and efficiency. Dubai was never meant to be a traditional producer. Its true role is to keep the wheels of global circulation turning without interruption. At the core of this system is a fragile yet powerful foundation: predictability. Flights arrive on time. Cargo clears without delay. Transactions close smoothly. Over time, this expectation wasn't merely an add-on service feature, but the actual product itself. In a region where volatility was the norm, this differentiation became Dubai's greatest strength. Nowhere is this strategy more evident than in aviation. The entire economy was deliberately built around it. Air connectivity became the engine that powered everything else. It enabled trade flows, corporate mobility, professional relocation, and the rise of conference industries and high-frequency business travel. With executives able to move between Europe, Asia, and Africa within a single working day, the city positioned itself as a coordination hub for companies operating across multiple continents. Geography reinforced that role. Nearly 2/3 of the world's population lies within an 8-hour flight of Dubai, turning the city into a natural crossroads of global travel. The same logic extends into trade. Dubai's ports were designed for speed. Containers are not meant to sit idle but to keep moving. They arrive, are processed, and are shipped out again with minimal delay. This level of predictability is what elevated Jebel Ali port into one of the busiest container hubs in the world. It handles tens of millions of containers each year and serves as a critical node in global commerce. That same connectivity also strengthened the Emirates' appeal to high-net-worth individuals. More importantly, Dubai offered something many financial centers could not: a more favorable environment for wealth. With lower taxes and fewer constraints, it created a sharp contrast to many home countries where success often came with heavier taxation and stricter oversight. This appeal was further strengthened by long-term residency programs such as the Golden Visa, which allows expatriates to secure extended residency, often up to 10 years. This gave them a sense of permanence in what is otherwise a highly mobile global lifestyle. Over time, Dubai evolved into one of the most powerful magnets for global wealth. Today, more than 90% of its population is made up of foreigners. It is now home to an estimated 237 centimillionaires and at least 20 billionaires, placing it firmly among the world's elite wealth hubs. In just a single year, around 9,800 millionaires are estimated to have relocated to the city, bringing with them roughly $63 billion in wealth. All of the factors that I've mentioned above that lured these wealthy expats rests on a single invisible foundation: trust. The city is expected to remain stable, safe, and insulated from the turbulence beyond its borders. This belief is not just reassuring, it is operationally essential. It is the invisible mechanism that allows Dubai to function with such precision and scale. But it remains fragile. Even a few strikes in the region have been enough to expose the cracks in that illusion. Its geographic position in the Middle East, once viewed as a strategic advantage, will now forever be seen as a source of risk. Because of its global profile, Dubai will always remain a high-value target. Its deep military and intelligence cooperation with Western powers places it within a wider geopolitical network. Meanwhile, its status as a leading financial hub and tourism destination means any disruption would carry outsized global impact. In this part of the world, Iran's missiles and drones did more than inflict physical damage. They disrupted something far more critical. They injected uncertainty into a system built entirely on predictability. This leaves us with one crucial question. When this crisis is all over, will Dubai ever truly recover? The answer depends less on when it ends, and more on how it ends. An inconclusive resolution could leave deeper scars than a prolonged conflict that ends decisively. A ceasefire that keeps the threat alive, even in the background, would continue to cast a shadow over the city. However, there is one factor that could determine whether this illusion of stability, already broken, ultimately holds or collapses: a sense of belonging. Ultimately, recovery is not written in financial reports. It is written in the choices of the people who once called the city home. History shows this clearly. Cities do not recover just because they can be rebuilt. They recover because people choose to return. It is the belonging that pulls them back after the shock. It is identity that holds them in place when leaving would be easier. It is that quiet, unshakable attachment that drives them to rebuild, to stay, and to move forward even when everything has been stripped away. So, yes, Dubai can still recover, if those who once called it home would believe that it's worth coming back to.